What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with some more Metallica. Yeah, Metallica. Yeah. This time we doing the Unforgiven. Okay? We ain't waste no time, man. It's Metallica. It's time to shut up and turn it up. Kind of sound like a plane crashing. I'm getting a military undertone already. The drumming. Liking this already, y'all.
Won't see what might have been, what I felt, what I've known. Never shine doing what I've shown. Never free, never me. So I dub the Unforgiven.
Okay, hold on before we jump in. So at first I thought this almost kind of had a military undertone because of what it sounded like a plane that was crashing, right? And then right after that, they started introducing this. I've said in my other videos, kind of like that space. You know what I'm saying? Like that airy space. And then they had kind of what you would hear in like the military drum cadence stuff's going on. And when they started going into the lyrics, I saw two things, right? I saw first, they were by the lyrics, they were saying new blood joins this earth. I was sitting here thinking, all right, new blood joins this earth. The more common way of thinking, I would think when we're looking at this at face value would be you were born, right, and then you're brought up this certain way to act a certain way, do certain things, but you're not able to express the inside, express your true feelings because it's being suppressed, right? So you end up acting this other certain way, and therefore you go on and you do some things that you wouldn't normally do, and therefore you dub either yourself unforgiven because you weren't able to act on these actions as you wanted to. And then I started thinking when he said new blood joins this earth was somebody joining the military. Now I know in the military, when you go to basic camps, their whole entire thing is to break you down and rebuild you back up into the soldier they need you to be, right? And I was also thinking that, for some people, they go and they start doing more data collection and everything, but you got those other people on the front lines actually killing people. Now, this may not have been something that you were trained, that would have been a part of you, right? But you've been trained to do these things. So you might take a couple of lives and then, that stuff lives with you and you dub yourself unforgiven because these things that you would normally do, but they're things that you were brought up to do. So those are the types kind of battling thoughts that I have going on through my head. So let's go ahead and keep listening to the lyrics.
This fight he cannot win. A tired man.
solo coming after this.
never me. So I dubbed the Unforgiven.
Right before that solo began, it's interesting their choice of words. So I dubbed the Unforgiven, right? Why say so I dubbed thee? Why not say so I am unforgiven? It might just be a random choice of words, but for some reason I dubbed thee is kind of giving me a sense of almost like nobility, right? Like you're receiving this from a higher order. Now the higher order might be yourself, right? Because you might hold yourself to a higher standard than the action that you're doing. So I dubbed thee unforgiven. Or it could be a higher power. You know, when you're trained up in society or either military, whichever thought we're going with, trains you to do a certain thing, and then you go against that. Either that higher power can dub thee unforgiven, be like, hey, I know I told you to do this, but you didn't do this my way, so therefore I dub you unforgiven. Or the other line of thinking, I've done this actionable thing that I usually wouldn't do because it's not up to my standards, so I dub myself unforgiving. Right when they was talking about he was old and he was dying and everything, if you listen closely, you can kind of hear either a pad or some type of almost angelic kind of rise in the music, as almost if, you know, they're dying and everything and now they're going to the afterlife. I thought that was a really nice touch. Okay, solo time. Okay, what is it that for some reason, and I don't know if you guys feel the same, I feel like I feel solos so much more when we're following a more slower tempo and everything. You can hear, right? I said this before in my like other reaction videos. Sometimes there are more words being spoken in guitar solos to guitar lows than there is in the actual lyrics, right? Through that solo, at the beginning, you could feel pain. No. Here's what you feel. You can feel the preparedness, right? You can feel the anxiety, the anticipation of what is to become. And then towards the middle part of that solo, that's where the anguish and the pain and the regret and the sense of loss is what you can feel, right? Now, towards the end of that solo, I started to hear a little bit more of the full, what quarter notes and quarter notes and then half notes and the full notes going on, and it almost sounded like that angelic sound at the end. That almost sounded like either seeking redemption for the actions that I've done, right? So I dubbed the Unforgiven, or it could just be simply acceptance for everything that I've currently done, everything that I've been about. So I'm just gonna rewind a couple of seconds. I want you guys to tell me if y'all heard that in the solo. I'm gonna go back 10 seconds, like towards the end. A little back in the background. Acceptance.
I dug the Unforgiven. Oh.
So they keep going through. Okay. All right. Which album did this one come off of? I don't know if it'll be in here. I don't know. It just says album Metallica because I'm interested in what album that came out of. I mean, obviously this was uploaded in 2007, but probably came out before that. So, at first, before I saw that you labeled me, I labeled you. So I dubbed the Unforgiven. I was more thinking of most of this being an internal kind of conflict, but now I'm thinking that this is more external, right? That you're blaming the other people, Unforgiven, for what you've made me into. So that's interesting. I would have never had that side of thinking if I didn't see that you labeled me. Another thing I want to point out is, for some reason, when I started hearing the chorus, I was like, it's like some dogs. I hope you guys can't hear that. It's like dogs yelling anyways. There was a part in there in the song where it goes like doom, 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 and then they go through with some percussion and rhythm, and then they do the same thing again. It's almost as if the first part's kind of like setting the tone for what you're speaking about, and then the second one, doom, doom, when it goes up a little bit more, that's kind of like, here's what I have to say, and then here's the cause, like here's the cause, and then here's the reaction afterwards. I don't know, man. Sometimes I be thinking of some of the most craziest stuff. And then towards the end, everything coming together. They're kind of going back and forth with the different rhythms with the guitar and with the drums and with this repetition, right? Repetition sometimes is amazing in songs because it helps you drive forward the message that they're trying to put forward. Or if you're looking at this and it's for some reason inspiring you, right? Because sometimes all we need is another song from another artist to talk about some of the same things we're going through. Sometimes repetition helps because the more you listen to it over and over and over again, you're just like, yeah, man, I'm really feeling that. So this is an amazing song. I gotta find out what album it came off of, because so far I would think that my favorite albums, of course, will be Justice for All. I did like Kill 'Em All, and then they have a Black album, I believe. Ride the Lightning. That was an album as well. Now not thinking about it, I think I like at least maybe 2 to 4 songs on each album, right? I haven't really reacted to any of their newer music, which I do plan to do in the past. So, because I need to see where Metallica is now, and I know on their page they do a whole lot of streaming. Because are they on tour or something like that? I always see it in my feed, like this is premiering live, and they're doing something, but I never clicked on it to find out what it was. So maybe I'll go check that out as well. Anyways, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.